Thank you, Mr. Johnson. And as he mentioned, it's an honor tonight because we have many of the previous luminaries here. They're all listed in your program if you'd like to look at all of their names. And as you saw, the great work in the video being done by the Charlotte Post Foundation with the youngest children right now to make sure that in the next 20 years, the next 15 years, the next 10 years, that things will change. Again, the Charlotte Post Foundation has recognized high-achieving students year after year since 1975. The academic scholars you're about to meet will amaze and impress you with their talents and their aspirations for the future. Each of our top senior award recipients will walk away with a scholarship from the Charlotte Post Foundation. Our top senior runner-up believes that focusing too much on one thing can ruin everything else. She attributes cheerleading to part of her motivation and time management skills in her academic success. She is a graduate of East Mecklenburg High School and co-founder of Girls in Engineering. In high school, she obtained a 5.28 GPA. Currently, she attends North Carolina State University, and she will pursue her career to become an electrical engineer. Ladies and gentlemen, please turn your attention to the screen to learn more about our top senior runner-up.
Try to be the best that I could be in any subject or any task that I was given. I think I've always been taught I have to earn it, and even when you do earn it or you do get that one thing that you've been striving so hard for, to just be humble about it and just always search for something greater, because your work is never done.
She's a very rare breed in high school, but she's also a rare breed as a human being. She's just a wonderful kid, works hard, very humble. Not many high school students are this humble, and she's achieved more than I could imagine.
Well, I loved art, I love math, I love science, and I love problem solving. And engineering is basically all of that in one. So it's like we can honestly bring whatever you want in your mind to life, but you're also creating stuff that can help other people. So this is just everything I ever wanted in one. So I love engineering.
She is one of those kids that's going to find a problem in the world, and I think it's going to be a global issue. She is so globally minded that she's going to change the world. She is one of those kids that's going to change the world. My first inclination from some of the things that we do, she's going to solve the problems with food in the future. How are we going to feed 10 billion people on this planet?
My family, we're all from Charlotte. My dad actually went to West Charlotte. From a young age, my parents are always pushed academics on me and my sister, and we also stayed heavily involved with the church as well. And I really credit my parents and them pushing both those aspects of my religion and academics for me being as the person I am today.
Well, initially when she was real young, we tried to push her in the area to be a doctor, but no, that was not her area. So like I said, she took off with math. That was her thing. But along the way, she was extremely smart, very articulate. She was very organized at a very, very young age. She wanted everything to be very, very structured and organized, very, very young age, and we were just very, very proud of her. But as parents, we continue to guide her and to give her the tools that she needs.
I'm not necessarily sure exactly what I want to do in the next 10 or 20 years, but I do know that by majoring in electrical engineering, it's going to give me a lot of opportunities. And I do really want to give back to the community and help with the community. Just all the problems that we're facing today, they're only going to escalate and get worse, unfortunately. And we have to take action now, especially our generation, to start a change and just change people's perspectives on the way that we live and the way we think certain things.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our top senior runner-up, Brianna Polk.
Thank you. I didn't really have anything prepared, but I honestly just want to thank my parents. My mom's here. My dad, unfortunately, couldn't make it today. And my teachers who you saw in those videos, they honestly were the ones who pushed me into engineering and just gave me that drive and ambition to keep searching for more to solve. And I'm just so thankful to be here and thankful for the Charlotte Post for giving me the scholarship and this opportunity. Thank you so much.
This year's Charlotte Post top senior was once told by an instructor that she would probably never get a position in the STEM field as an African American female. Well, she is out to prove them wrong. She graduated with a 5.28 GPA from Mallard Creek High School. She participated in the jazz band as well as in engineering clubs. She credits her love of jazz to the appreciation of the rhythm and flow of architecture, and that is what she intends to pursue. Ladies and gentlemen, please turn your attention to the screen to learn more about our top senior of the year.
My family life is a little bit more complicated than most people's. I am a quadruplet. Ultimately, I feel like us being quadruplets and being in school at the same time and kind of participating in the same activities has ultimately allowed us to challenge each other. And it's friendly competition, it's nothing serious, but I really love it. And I don't think I would have it any other way if I was given a second chance.
I've known her for a year now, and I think she's in an interesting situation with me because I have her along with her 3 other siblings. It must be an interesting situation to be one of 4 quadruplets, and I have all 4 of them in my class. And what I enjoyed so much is that each of them, but Kelsey in particular, she has a way of differentiating herself, and she is clearly her own person. She's part of a group of siblings, but she is her own individual.
Both of my parents are engineers, so it was kind of a given for me to try and do something related to engineering. My mom is a mechanical engineer, and my dad works in computer engineering and information technology. But I just said, let me try engineering. I don't know if I'll like it. My parents like it, so maybe I'll like it. And I actually really liked it. So for me, being an architect, that would mean not only shaping the way that a community looks, but shaping the way that people interact within that community.
I think Kelsey is very much like a lion. She is methodical, she is deliberate, and tenacious. And in terms of her goals and objectives, she lets very few things stand in her way.
I think in the future she'll be really successful because the characteristics that make a successful adult, she already has. As such a young person, she's already mature. She knows how to manage her time, to work hard. She takes personal responsibility.
I feel like me, as well as my family, I and my family, we've broken the mold in some way. A lot of people think that as teenagers there's only certain things that you can do, that most teenagers act a certain way, that we do certain things, that we like to party and we like to not follow authority and things of that nature, that some kids don't like to learn, but my parents have instilled in my siblings and I that education is incredibly important, and for us to be at the top of our class and doing great things in the community and getting scholarships and different achievements. I feel like we've broken this boundary and this stereotype that's been put before us, and it's just a really good feeling. I think that the possibilities at this point are endless. For me, I feel like going into architecture, there's so many different things that I can do, designing buildings or homeless shelters, or even participating in community events to help better the community. I feel like I could do many different things and they could impact many different people.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Charlotte Post Top Senior of the Year, Kelsey Mitchell.
Thank you so much. Giving honor to God first, who has allowed me to get to this point, and my amazing parents who are over here. I'm so honored to have received this award. It means the world to me. Knowing everything that I've gone through and growing up in a competitive environment, it's just a wonderful feeling to know that I have the backing of such a strong organization and community as the Charlotte Post Foundation. And because of this scholarship, I'm able to go to my dream school, the #1 architecture school in the country, Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute. So I thank you all for believing in me. Thank you so much. I'm very honored.